What is good, everybody? Wow. It's your boy Jay in the building, and we is back again with another video. First of all, shout out to every single one of y'all. Happy 2023, man. This is the first video that I've done this year, and it's been 3 weeks. So, look, I've been working. I've been steady working. I've been trying to fix this thing up a little bit, trying to just trying to expand my horizons for a little bit, man. So look, I've seen the DMs, and I appreciate y'all for your patience, man. Look, there was a lot that I missed in the last 3 weeks, dog. And the big news, like the biggest news, dog, the thing that's going down at Bethune Cookman, dog, the protest, the dorm situations, the Ed Reed situation. Oh, we're gonna get into that, man. Now, I have not watched a single minute of the interview that Roland Martin did, and I want to react to that. Now, I was seeing clips on Twitter, with him interviewing the interim president and interviewing Ed Reed. Now, I saw clips. Now, the biggest clip that jumped out to me was that Ed Reed, him having like a job offer to Jackson State, in which I can see that because they, like they're boys. Him and Coach Prime, they're boys. Like they are, like they play with the Ravens together. So I know. All right. So look. So check this out. I have not got a chance to speak on this Bethune Cookman situation, but I do want to react to that interview, man. So first off, my prayers and thoughts to the students at Bethune Cookman. I know they're protesting not only to try and get Ed Reed back, but in terms of their living situation. And I saw like the pictures of mold and all the mildew and all that stuff. That, look, you're talking to somebody who graduated from an HBCU themselves. Livingstone College in Salisbury, North Carolina on 701 West Monroe Street. Look, whatever Bethune Cookman is going through in terms of their living conditions, I know all too well. I know all about it, bro. And I know, like, what? They're trying to get rid of the board of trustees. Like, the students are trying to get rid of the people in that administrative office because whatever they're doing a poor job at it, man. But, dog. And I've seen, a clip that was going around Twitter today about, the Bethune Cookman football players sharing equipment. Yo, you are a Division I school. There is no way in hell that you should be sharing anything. They don't have locker rooms as a Division I school. Their showers don't be working at how? And first off, and something else that I want to touch on, you have Bethune Cookman out here playing these money games. They're going out playing University of Miami. Like, they're playing a bunch of Power 5 schools. These money games getting $300,000, $400,000, $700,000. We're trying to figure out where the hell is that money going? Like, what are they using that money for? Like, where is it? How long has it been since they not have a locker room? Like how long has this been since their showers are not working? Where is this money? Like, where are they using this money for? Like, how come the Bethune Cookman football team ain't seen a dollar of that? Where's it going to? And this is the very same thing that Coach Prime was speaking about, is that how is the football team going out there and earning or playing for the money that they're getting, but the football team isn't receiving anything from it? Where's the money going to? Where is it? Let me speak for me. Because like I said before, I played for Livingstone. And we didn't have our own locker rooms either until my senior year there. Like, we were, you know what? It was so crazy. We was changing in the basement of a female dorm because they were the closest building to the field. So look, whatever Bethune Cookman is going through, I know all about that thing too well, man. And I pray y'all situation gets better, but Ed Reed. And I said, and you know what? I said this on Twitter the moment he went live. When I said, there is no way that he spoke to anybody in that administrative office because of how he went live, because of what he said. Now, the first time he went live I didn't have no problem with. He said that he's done more in 3 weeks than most alumni did in the last decade or so. The first time he went live and he spoke about the issues that Bethune-Cookman was having, me personally, I did not have a problem with him saying anything. The second time he went live, when he was cussing and he spoke about the trash, he spoke about the office not being clean when he got there, and then he said, I should leave. The moment he did that, I said, oh no. I don't know if Bethune-Cookman is going to like what he said. I don't know if this is going to last at all. And sure enough, he is not the coach at Bethune-Cookman. Now, I can speak on both sides here. Now, I think Bethune-Cookman is in a lose-lose situation here for this reason, right? On one hand, you don't bring him on as your head coach because he showed lack of professionalism. As a head coach of a private, I don't know if Bethune-Cookman is private or public. I'm not sure. But most HBCUs are church affiliate in some kind of way, whether it's Baptist, whether it's Kojic, whether it's Cool JC, one of them, most HBCUs are church affiliated. So I don't know what Bethune-Cookman is affiliated with, but I can assure you that they are a Christian-based school, just like Livingstone is. You know what I'm saying? So the moment he cussed and he went live and said that, I knew that he was going to be in trouble right there. And he wasn't even under contract. So he's been at Bethune-Cookman working and recruiting without having a contract. He had 30 players on campus ready to commit without him having a contract. And for one, I have a hard time understanding why it was taking Bethune-Cookman so long to give him a contract in the first place. Because look, with this recruiting thing, right, it's a 24/7 job. The moment y'all gave him a job, he should have got a contract within a week's time, within that week. No less than 7 days. Because recruiting is a hard job. And the fact that he was on campus for 3 weeks without a contract was crazy. But here's why I say, Cookman is in a lose-lose situation. Because on one hand, you're not bringing him on because he showed lack of professionalism. The way he went live, the way he cussed, the way he showed his ass. Like, with him not having a contract. So you want to make sure that whoever you're sponsored by, you don't want to lose that sponsorship because you don't believe that they like his behavior or some way. On the flip side, if I was a student or if I was a Bethune-Cookman football player, I'm mad at that decision because this is freaking Ed Reed. Ed Reed is considered the greatest safety to ever play NFL football. Do you know how much cachet he carries? Just as the person he is. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of money behind him. He has a lot of people who was ready to support him. Mind you, he had a whole practice field ready for them to give to him. New locker room that was about to be designed. More equipment, new equipment that they're about to receive. And then they cut the rug right under them. Now, the reason why I say they're in the lose-lose is because in terms of the players, they wanted to play for Ed Reed. If I'm a safety, if I'm a corner, if I'm a defensive player, period, I have a chance to be coached by not only a first ballot Hall of Famer, to be considered one of the greatest safety, if not the greatest safety, to play NFL football. He had over 150, 160 interceptions. I'm pretty sure he's top one or two in terms of return yards on interceptions. He's the only player in NFL history to have a punt block for a touchdown, a punt return touchdown, and an interception, and a pick six. I'm pretty sure. But Ed Reed was a dog, and he carries that with him. Like how he was on live, that's how he was as a player. If anybody watched NFL football from the time he was drafted to 2013 when he retired. Like, and of course, he started his coaching career, on with the Buffalo Bills in 2016 as the assistant defensive back coach. I think he didn't return after that season. Then he was on the chief of staff at the University of Miami. And I'm pretty sure in the time that he was there, he picked up on some things. He picked up on how recruitment should go, on how coaching at the college level at a D1 school, how that should go. So he's coming into a situation where he has some type of experience. Not head coaching experience, not recruitment, experience, but some type of coaching experience. And from what he knows, fam, man, I can't say that I don't agree with Bethune Cookman's, decision, because at the end of the day, they had a brand to uphold. They have their sponsors that they need to uphold, and I'm pretty sure they didn't like what he said. So I'm pretty sure they had to cut ties because they didn't if they kept him on. They didn't know if he was going to react that way all the time. So I'm pretty sure they were kind of cutting their losses early. But there's a lot of people not happy with either decision. There are so many people going both ways. You know what I'm saying? But, dog, this has just been a crazy week for Bethune-Cookman. But I do want to say this, though. There's a lot of fake supporters out there, too. I do want to say that. And for the people that say that there should be no, quote-unquote, celebrity coaches coaching HBCU football, my question is this. Tell me why. Because they speaking out on some of the issues that HBCUs have? My thing is this. These celebrity coaches should not be here to change the landscape of how HBCU should be looked at. They should be there to coach the damn football team, for one. They should want to do the best recruiting job that they possibly can to get the best players. And that's the thing with me. I don't understand why Coach Prime and Coach Ed Reed were putting so much pressure on themselves to try and change the landscape of HBCU football when they should have been concentrating on building their Pacific team to be as strong as they can be. Like, Ed Reed should have came in and should have been focused on Bethune-Cookman, not the entire HBCU landscape. You need to be focused on Bethune-Cookman because that's the team that hired you. That's the team that you're coaching. So I don't understand, but for people to say that they shouldn't have celebrity coaches, I think that's BS. They carry the most cachet. They carry damn near the most intellect when it comes to teaching these kids the way to want to play, because a lot of these kids want to play professional football. So why not learn from Coach Prime, who is the greatest cornerback to ever play, and from Ed Reed, who's arguably the greatest safety to ever play NFL football. So why would people not want these people to coach at an HBCU level? And for the people that are saying that they don't want these celebrity coaches, it's obvious that they don't care about the kids' feelings and how the players feel. Because I can assure you, 95 to 99% of them players at Bethune-Cookman are upset that they don't have Ed Reed coaching. They are mad as hell. Why, that's why they're protesting. And I can assure you, I would not be surprised if Bethune-Cookman don't play a football game this year because Ed Reed ain't there. And I won't be surprised that Bethune-Cookman may not have lots of support because, look, it's not like they were getting a lot of support anyway, especially within the last 4 years. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me say something. I don't got it. But check this out, right? In the last 4 years, right? Oh yeah, I have it. Okay, so in the last 4 years, right, in terms of attendance at their home games, period, and this is including homecoming. Last year, this past season, Bethune-Cookman averaged 6,700 in attendance. They had over 7,000 at homecoming. This past season, 2021, they averaged 5,322 in attendance, with 10,000 in the stands for homecoming. In 2019, they averaged 6,660 for home games, with over 12,000 at homecoming. And in 2018, they averaged 6,077 in attendance, with over 10,000 at homecoming. Mind you, their seating capacity is 15,000. So they're averaging less than max capacity at these home games. Yet we're talking about people supporting Bethune-Cookman football. Tell me how that is. Who's watching them? These people that are complaining about these celebrity coaches, speak for Bethune-Cookman. These people that are so happy about Ed Reed not coaching there are going to be the same people not even going to watch Bethune-Cookman play. Because I couldn't even get the viewership on Bethune-Cookman football, but I can assure you that it's low. For a fact that it's low. Because if you ain't going to their home games, then I can assure you that their fan base is not traveling well. And I'm pretty sure that there's not a lot of people not watching. So the fact that Bethune-Cookman is having so much publicity because half the people are glad that Ed Reed is gone and a lot of the students want Ed Reed there, these same alumni and the same people that are happy that Ed Reed ain't coaching there, it's not like they're going to be watching Bethune-Cookman play anyway because they haven't been watching him play. Fam, I just read the numbers from the first 2 years they joined the SWAC and the last 2 years they were in the MEAC. Their average home game attendance is less than half capacity. It's less than half. So I don't get where, look, I get why Ed Reed got fired. I get it. He was unprofessional. And like I said, you had to make a decision. But at the end of the day, bro, the kids was not considered at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say whether Bethune-Cookman was right or wrong in firing them, because at the end of the day, it's all about how you are looked at in the public. And say Ed Reed stays. How many of the alumni are going to talk about firing the interim president because he kept Ed Reed even after what he said? Or, hell, not the alumni, just people who support HBCUs, period. How many people will be calling for his job if they would have kept Ed Reed? You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like Bethune-Cookman was just in a lose-lose situation here, man. So, look, it's sad. This is a sad situation, man. Me personally, look, like I said before, as a Bethune-Cookman student, I will be upset because I don't want to play for Ed Reed. I could be a safety wanting to go to Bethune-Cookman because Ed Reed is there. I want to learn from the best. He knows everything that I want to know so that I can get to the next level. And then you take him away from the kids, and now you have to decide on what you're going to do in less than 2 weeks before National Signing Day. You don't have a coach. You don't even have a coach when National Signing Day is on the way, man. That is crazy. It's crazy. That's something you gotta live with, man. And look, man, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know this. Is that we have to support HBCU football as a whole. Because people are not going to these games. They're not going to these games. Yeah, I think if Ed Reed was there, the attendance would have increased. More people would have came to these home games, not just on homecomings and not just on classics. I'm not even talking about the Florida Classic where you have over 50,000, because everybody goes to classics. Everybody goes to homecoming. We're just talking about them playing a regular home game without a classic attached to it. They're not going to these games. So, yeah, man, we just gotta support Bethune-Cookman, whether Ed Reed is there or not. It just gotta happen, man. So, look, I hope Bethune-Cookman, finds a way to get through this. I hope Bethune-Cookman has a plan, because this is looking uglier by the day. And Roland Martin did interview both Ed Reed and the interim president. So I do want to see that. But it's going to be interesting, man. I can't wait to see it. But look, I'm glad to be back for real. I'm just glad to be back on this mic, man. Man, I got I got to get to this recruitment stuff. Like, a lot of people signed that I missed. A lot of people signed. So we're definitely going to get to that. But it feels great to be back, man, for real.